Hey y'all, Bart with Bicycle Rider YouTube, and I'm totally stoked to be holding the new Savage Flyer from SE. This is a big wheel BMX in the 27.5-inch version with gears. So this is a super cool bike I'm excited about. As you guys know, I'm stoked on the BMX scene again. I do own a bicycle shop called Biloxi Bicycle Works, and I am now a proud official SE dealer. So we have been busy here building the BMX scene for a while. We've got the Bad Boy BMX Club, so shout out to all you guys that have helped me spark interest throughout this community. Come ride with us. So we've been working hard on the BMX scene. One of it is because of my true love for BMX. I mean, my life has centered around bicycles forever, but it all started with BMX. Living back in Fort Collins, Colorado. Once again, shout out to the Spring Creek BMX crew. All the guys that I rode with BMX there. That's what we did when we were younger. We rode bikes, hung out, had a good time, and got radical. Lee's Cyclery, thank you for, as a kid, and show me how to fix bikes and let me hang out at the shop, because that has turned into me owning a bike shop now. Owning a bike shop gives me the opportunity to help the community find health and fitness, find fun, to sponsor ride outs, to just be a part, get people into bicycling. And Big Wheel BMX has been taking the Mississippi Gulf Coast by fire. I'm so glad so many people are gravitating to BMX and the lifestyle that this is. And it's all walks of life. It's all ages of people. It's all sizes of people. BMX is for everybody. I am an athlete, so for many years I've just concentrated on racing. I race mountain bikes competitively. I race gravel bikes. I race road bikes. I do triathlon. I time trial. I run. Oh yeah, I wear spandex, and my BMX friends see me running out of here on Thursdays all decked out in my spandex, getting ready to go crush souls on a 14-pound road bike. I do that kind of stuff, but bringing BMX bikes back into my life has also given me a lot of enjoyment. I need a couple days a week to go ride for pure fun, pure enjoyment. And I'm learning skills again. So bike handling skills are definitely part of bike racing. If you are an athlete and you think this kind of racing style of riding is funny, man, well, good for you. I respect your opinion. But give it a try. It's something you can do with your family. It's something you can pass down to your kids. If you wonder why your kids aren't riding bikes, it's probably because they don't want to wear a pointy helmet and spandex yet. Sometimes you got to get them into something fun, something radical, something that's cool to do. And BMX is cool. It's changing lives. I see people that used to ride here 20 years ago that haven't ridden it up here meet up again and say, man, where you been for 20 years? And it's cool that BMX is bringing this all back. But let me talk about the Savage Flyer. I can go into this couple of the components and the specs, but let me show you my personal bike I've been riding a lot lately. So this is the Mike Buff 29-inch Fast Ripper. This is the bike that really started it for me again. Once again, being a bicycle racer, I'm used to the gears. I get around town and I kind of need gears for zipping around. This bike has, hydraulic disc brakes, and it's really kicked my butt to learn how to do wheelies in flatland again. A lot of you might have seen my wheelie fail video. It's been harder than I can imagine to learn how to pull wheelies again, especially how to do it in very much control like the Bike Life guys. I'm getting better. I'm not all there. But what I'm finding out is that this Savage Flyer really has been helping me with that. I think it's because it's a little bit smaller platform. It's a little bit lighter. It's a few pounds lighter, and it's just easier for me to manhandle a smaller guy. Like I said, I'm 5'9", 150 pounds, and 53 years old. The Fast Ripper is quite a bit heavier, and I don't want to turn BMX into a weight weenie thing. I'm a weight weenie with a lot of my race bikes, carbon fiber bikes and whatnot. I don't want BMX to be a weight weenie bike for me, but just having a few less pounds really has made a difference. I'm running some hookworm tires on my Fast Ripper. Those are some heavy tires. These 27.5-inch tires are 2.3s, and I think they're called Kinepins, but they're quite a bit lighter. They're quite a bit smaller. There's less, rolling rotational weight, and this bike really seems to me a lot easier to throw around. Bunny hop over curbs, pull that front wheel up and keep it up. Pull it up multiple times during a ride because I can't keep it up for that long. So once I come down, I try to go back up again. And when you're pulling up a lot of weight and a small guy like me, it takes a toll. The bars on this are just a little bit wide. They're like 32 inches wide, and as me, I'm a smaller rider. It kind of puts my hands out here when I'm trying to do a wheelie. You can cut them down a little bit, but remember, if you haven't had geared bikes, you've got to save a little bit of room on your handlebar for the gear shift and the brake. So remember that if you're trying to cut your bars down a little bit. With this 4-bolt aluminum stem, they've made it super easy. If you do want to change your bars out, 4 bolts, slip your shifters and your brake levers and your grips on and bolt up another set of bars that might fit your body a little bit better. So that's not uncommon for people to change their bars. Let me talk about the overall specs of this bike a little bit. Of course, we got a Flowball, aluminum frame. It's a very good geometry. This geometry of this bike really seems great for getting around, but also getting radical. Like I said, this bike, when you push it into a corner or something really hard, it wants to just play. Bunny hop on this bike, manual on this bike. This bike is just easier for me to manhandle than it is the 29-inch bike, and it still allows gears. So let me just talk about that for just a second. A lot of true BMXers say, BMX bikes don't have gears. I grew up on BMX bikes, 44-16 gear ratio. Over the years, turning myself into a bicycle racer of all kinds of sorts, it just took gears to be competitive. I have raced with a lot of single-speed mountain bike guys that are just incredible. And now even on the gravel scene, there's some single-speed guys that are incredible, but they're sometimes gears helps in those situations. For me, I do a lot of rides not from Biloxi Bicycle Works. I want to get more rides from Biloxi Bicycle Works. I want this to be a BMX clubhouse for everybody. But a lot of the rides I do start around 6:30. I close up the shop at 6, and I maybe have 10 miles or so to ride up and over a bridge before I get to the ride out. Believe me, having gears is nice. You get that wind to your back down here on Biloxi Beach, and this is a 20-mile-an-hour bike, and all of a sudden you hit that bridge. It's nice to be able to gear down, spin up that bridge, and then you get that gravity down. You click that gear and you're gone again. Gears make it easy to use this bike for multiple purposes. If you want to commute to work or to school or something, you can actually use this bike for that. So the gears are great, and of course this is you're using a Micro Shift XLE 10-speed with a 1132 cassette, 33 teeth up front. To me, that's an awesome gear ratio. As a bicycle rider, bicycle racer, I'm used to a higher cadence. The gear ratios on this are great for multiple purposes. I do see a lot of the SE Bike Life guys, pulling that slower, harder cadence. They make it look so easy. I'm not there yet. Someday I'm going to go back to single speed. My skill set's not there yet. I got to figure out what gear I want. And right now I've got multiple gears to choose from. And I think, SE did the right thing by choosing a 10-speed. It's the sweet spot. They didn't go Eagle drivetrain with 13 gears, 12 gears. Then they didn't go freewheel stuff with like 7, 8, and 9 where you have to use HG stuff that's just subpar quality. With a 10-speed, you can use what you have. It works just great, or it gives you a lot of choices to upgrade to some nicer equipment. The gear shifter on this is a Micro Shift that really has a good feel. I'm bougie. I'm spoiled. I'm used to some high-end SRAM and Shimano stuff. Now I'm used to electronic stuff. I'm really surprised at just how well the feel is with this. It's got a really good feel, this Micro Shift. I'm not going to change. I'm going to use mine stock, and I own a bike shop. It just works really well. So do the brakes. Once again, I'm spoiled with some nice hydro brakes on almost all my equipment. My road bike has awesome brakes. My mountain bike has awesome brakes. My trail bike has awesome brakes. And my Fast Ripper has awesome hydro brakes. This is a cable operated brake system that actually works really good. I mean, I've got full modulation, 160 millimeter rotors, and Tektro did a great job with his Aries brakes. I mean, I'm not going to change a thing. I'm going to leave mine once again stock because it just works right. I mean, this is one of those bikes. It's hot looking to start with. Comes with some really cool components. You don't have to upgrade and change a lot of things. I know part of bike life is putting those unique touches on, so everybody likes to do something unique. But with the Savage Flyer, they have given you a really kick-butt bike that looks awesome right off the bat. Even the seat, I mean, this is a grippy seat. As I'm learning BMX, as I'm learning flatland again, I want a grippy seat. It just really helps the control of this bike. So they've knocked it out. I know a lot of mountain bikers that would love a seat with this much cushion and this much grip. Believe me, we ride on some little carbon rail seats that we're weight weenies on the mountain bike, and that's why I don't want to see that happen to BMX. One, because weight costs money. They're pricing, SE's pricing their big wheel BMX bikes very, very competitively. I mean, this is a $1,000 bike. In my bike shop, we sell a lot of $1,000 rims. People are crazy about how much money we spend on bikes. And when the price point of something this versatile, this cool is $1,000 to me, that's a bargain. You're getting some really cool stuff. Real quick, let me tell you some of the downfalls of the gears. I mean, I've been running geared bikes for a long time. You are running a 10-speed chain. 10-speed chains are tough. Not quite as robust as your single-speed chain. So you've got to be a little bit more gentle on the 10-speed chain than you do a single-speed chain. And you do have a derailleur. So, if you're getting rad and you fall down on the expensive side, the derailleur side, be careful. You could damage a derailleur, or more than likely, you're probably going to bend a derailleur hanger. If you bend a derailleur hanger, stay away from the big gears, stay away from the 32. You don't want that derailleur to get stuck in a spoke and spin it up. Most of the time, you can realign a derailleur hanger, and if it's so bad that you can't, you can replace this derailleur hanger. So, it's a good sturdy derailleur hanger, but it is replaceable, so don't worry. If you trash it, you're not going to trash your frame. Chromoly fork. Landing gear fork, it's legendary. Chromoly does soak up vibrations, so it's a great fork. Rims are double walled, 36 spokes. They're tough rims, and I like it in the 27.5 because it's just a little bit more compact, which means you have less spoke, you have less bending. 27.5-inch wheels normally will take a beating over a 29-inch wheel. So 3-piece cranks. And attached to the 3-piece cranks, you've got some nylon pedals. Upgrade the pedals. I mean, the nylon pedals are good for your test ride, first few rides, but that's probably something you want to do is upgrade your pedals. Another cool thing about this bike is the mid-bottom bracket. So if you don't know what a mid-bottom bracket is, it basically means you've got two nice bearings that are pressed into the frame. They're robust bearings, they're tough bearings, they're sturdy bearings, and they last a long time. Most of them are sealed up pretty good. So, this bike's made for real world situations. If you get caught running out in the rain or something, you don't have to worry about pulling your bearings off every time and repacking them or anything. You can just keep riding this bike. Mid-bottom bracket is a good thing. So all in all, it's a really kick-butt package, and I just like how nimble and fast this bike is. It's easy to throw around. To me, like I said, as a smaller guy, it's an easier bike to learn wheelies on, to do tricks on. And if it's something that you might want to share with your family, it's a good excuse to buy a 27.5-inch bike, something that you can ride, but you can also share it with a younger son, with your daughter, with your wife, some of the smaller riders in the family. Don't think this bike is just for small people. I've had a lot of people come and buy this bike from me that are bigger riders because they like the styling, they like the bold colors, they like this bike. And I've been able to fit this bike to some much bigger riders than I am, pushing the handlebars out. We even got a laid back seat post for one guy. So just know that the 27.5-inch, even though it is smaller than the 29, it's still a very capable package. And I think it's cool that this BMX scene is coming in. Of course we have the 20-inch bike. I can hardly ride a 20-inch bike, and I spent a lifetime on them, when I was younger. But it just feels cramped up and small to me now. The 26-inch bikes are great. 24s are awesome. Of course, 27 and a half and now 29. So big wheel BMX is for everybody. SE Bikes Life. We ride as one. And believe me, I am so proud to have Biloxi Bicycle Works in the BMX scene. Of course, I'm a racer. We do everything out of the shop. Mountain bike, gravel, road, triathlon. I'm so happy to have BMX and to have the SE Bikes dealer in my window. So we are on locally now. We're officially, as of this week, we're officially on the SE website. It's locator. So if you type in where do you buy a bike around Biloxi, Mississippi, Biloxi Bicycle Works comes up. And believe me, we love BMX. So I will help you, point you in the right direction. If you have a local SE dealer, please support your local dealer. I mean, support your local bike shops. Buy where you ride. It is so important because when you buy where you ride, the local bike shops are the ones that are sponsoring rides, that are doing ride outs. I spent my whole morning, rather than here making money, I spent my morning, sharing BMX lifestyle with the city council, with leaders of the community, so we can possibly have a big ride out come here. You spend money with your local bike shop, I guarantee you they do a lot of things behind the scenes to make riding more accessible, to get people into riding, to get cultures together. And BMX is a good way to do that. I see a lot of people getting health and fitness out of BMX, but I also see a lot of people just mentally enjoying the scene. It's cool to see people who haven't seen each other for 20 years. There was a BMX track here before my time called Sugar Mill. I didn't live here when Sugar Mill was, but it's cool to see these guys 20, 25 years later recognize each other from the BMX park 20 years ago, and they're reconnecting now. BMX changes lives, and I want to help people with that through my bicycle shop, through SE Bikes. I see really good things to come in the BMX world, and the Savage Flyer is absolutely that. It's savage. It's an urban assault weapon, but it's also just fun to ride. So if you're struggling with a bigger 29-inch big ripper or big flyer or any of those kind of bikes, try the Savage Flyer. It's really a cool bike. It's bold, it's radical, and it's fun. If you like what we do here on the Bicycle Rider YouTube channel, please like and subscribe. And those of you that subscribe for a long time and you're worried that I'm only going to do BMX, believe me, I'm still going to do gravel and mountain biking and camping. We're doing all kinds of stuff with the channel. But BMX is something I'd like to start doing more of. And I hope you guys all come with me. Any questions on BMX, the BMX bike scene, SE Bikes Life, give me a call at the shop. I'm here Tuesday through Saturday, and I'd love to talk BMX bikes with you. If you're in the area and you want buddies to ride with, stop by. I can hook you up. Hit me up. Check out Bad Boy BMX Club. So we're open to new members now, and of course the Ride One Up guys over there in New Orleans. Man, thank you for supporting me too. All right, Bicycle Rider YouTube, over for now. Just know, really hot opinion of the Savage Flyer. It's absolutely savage. More on this bike in the future. Thank you.